Day 3, and sadly it is the last day of the Vision Show 2016, but we've got plenty more coming up in today's video. We better get a move on though, because it's going to be another busy one. What was the reasoning behind building the series of M112 lenses?
It's actually more and more these cameras with these big sensors of the 1/1.2 inch format are coming out, and it's very popular in the traffic surveillance market. But there's actually no lenses for it until now. So what we did, we made the smallest lens series there is. It's small, but in this really small form factor, we have the 1/1.2 inch format, and we cover also 1 inch. Everything is covered with that, but in the same time we're also covering the really high resolution sensors with less than 3.45 microns. So everything included is really small design, and that's why the reason the people were asking for something like this. And now for the beginning we have the 12, 16 and 25, but for traffic of course the 35 or the 50 mils are also really important, so they will come, only between us, yeah? Only between us, but they will come up soon.
I'm here at Smart Vision Lights, an established company that's only just making its way into the traffic industry. I'm here to talk to Chris, so tell me, what kind of questions are you facing this year?
We've had a lot of interest in what's a new industry for us is the traffic industry. Traditionally we were in the machine vision and manufacturing space, but the products that we produce use high bright LEDs, predominantly infrared, because it's not intrusive to the public, it's not a visible spectrum of light. So from a camera standpoint, from an imaging standpoint, infrared light is very useful. An infrared version of this light was used in a traffic application in the US at an intersection and illuminating the rear end of vehicles as they pass through and image capture of the license plate. I can turn this on if you would like to see the type of output that we're talking about.
Okay then, ready?
I will warn you, it's very bright, so you're not going to want to look directly into the light.
Okay, I'm slightly nervous.
Yeah.
I'm going to look away. Oh wow, that is really bright.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Okay.
That just gives you an idea of the type of output that we're talking about. And this product here is called an LED strobe cannon. It's capable of actually 5,000 strobes per second.
So is infrared the solution that we all need?
Not necessarily. There are a number of applications where visible light would be very useful, such as the enforcement industry, where you might need to capture facial recognition inside the vehicle. You might need to capture the sheer number of people that might be in the vehicle or some other aspect. And if the image is required to be in color, you're going to need a white wavelength for a color camera type application. And we have the ability internally to design custom lights specific to an application, working with our engineers internally.
Johannes, tell me a bit about AIT then.
Well, AIT is the biggest non-university affiliated research company in Austria. We have 1,300 employees.
Oh, fantastic. Now, what have we got here then?
Today we are presenting our solutions for autonomous vehicles and driver assistance systems using stereo 3D cameras.
What does it do?
Okay, so a stereo camera just works like the human eye. You have 2 or more cameras which look at the same scene, and by analyzing the different differences between the images, you can extract information about the depth.
And I'm assuming this is used on the tractor, or do you just like toy cars?
Exactly. No, the tractor is one of the many applications that we use our system in, and it's used to identify people and objects behind the tractor mainly, so that there are no accidents on the working site.
I'm going to speak to Manny on the Teledyne Delta stand about their new 25 million pixel cameras. Why do you need 25 megapixels?
Well, basically, we're trying to expand what we actually can see in terms of field of view. 25 million pixel mean we're talking about traffic, way more car that we can see compared to what it was possible to be seen with previous generation of sensors. So we're just expanding the field of view, see more car, more lane. Basically, from the 25 million pixel, I'm showing here what would be the field of view. Technically, the latest and greatest that is still being used is the 4K HD resolution, which is still a significant amount of lane that can be seen. It's amazing when you compare it to what basically we used to use in terms of what's been called the HD resolution, the 2 million pixel. And when we go back to 10 years ago, that was a sole VGA resolution. Now we expand on what we can see. We can see more, we can see greater resolution, we can see more details, wider car. It's sky's the limit.
How will this camera work in fast-moving traffic?
We basically designed a camera that can handle fast-moving object by allowing to what we call the burst mode, being capable of quickly capture images into the camera memory to sustain the flow of traffic. Which you can see on the screen here, we end up having a 20.1 frame of acquisition. With our patent technology, we can sustain a 10 frame per second, which normally, using the GigaVision Center, you would get at best 4 frames per second.
Vlad, there's been a lot of buzz this year around the fact you're now working with Flir, so what can we expect from this new entity?
Yeah, thank you. So we're quite excited to be a part of Flir now. The rationale behind joining up with Flir is that we have visible technology, and they come from the thermal background, and there is a very strong interest on Flir's side to join and be participating in the machine vision space. And thermal technology as well as visible technology are very complementary, and also the two companies are very complementary because we're both on the West Coast, we are both very technical, and frankly the organization get along really well.
That's it. It's the end of the Vision Show 2016 here in Stuttgart, Germany. Over the past 3 days, we've seen some really innovative technology that can make IP cameras intelligent and 25 megapixel sensors. If you have challenges in this industry, then these guys are ready to provide the answers. But it's up to you to ask the questions.